You guys did fantastic at the new Can Mobile Lions, and one of the things that was on the top of the list was the Coke Hilltop tribute, which I think was brilliant work. Looking back at something that was, 40 years, and just an iconic TV spot that you guys took literally and rolled out in this experiential / digital campaign. Talk about how that came about, and I feel like that would have come up in the creative room and somebody said, that's a great idea, we'll never be able to roll it out. Was it daunting to think, this is terrific, but how do we get this done?
Yeah, the question, it's funny that, because it's so often a question is that possible?
Is it doable?
Is it possible? And there's like, well, let's go and look into it. But no, the great thing about that is from a technical perspective, we had Grow involved, throughout that process. And so the question of is it possible was kind of solved in the room. We had, the concepts being come up with, but then the technical aspects of, can we make this happen? And does it make sense? We're kind of solved there.
Right on the spot.
Right on the spot. So we kind of knew from the beginning that it was essentially a business to business brief, because obviously the Hilltop thing was one component of the idea. And, you can imagine getting what is in essence like can we convince industry that these, that we can change the display advertising? I remember reading it and thinking, right, it's going to be, how are we going to do that? And can we do great work? And not sure whether we're going to kind of get involved in it. But the more we read it, the more we went, well, we've been convinced. Jan and I were both convinced that there's stuff here about, the potential of display advertising that we didn't know before. So then it became, without getting, the entire industry to, read an RFP, 20-page document, can we change the perception of it? And that's really where the thought came from, is rather than kind of talking more about it, industry to some extent become, immune to the talk of possibilities, is that we just looked at things like, Whopper sacrifice. That example just inspired people to get, excited about Facebook advertising. And BMW films all that time ago, the same with, had the same impact on, inspiring people to create, brand content.
Right.
And that was kind of the birth of it, is can we create these powerful examples for brands and actually, walk the walk and put this idea of potential actually to the test. And there's no bigger test in a way than taking the most iconic pieces of advertising from the past, and that was the tension that I think made the ideas special.